Hot dog! I just got my first paycheck. My mom always said I should go put it in my savings account. Wow, look at all that money.
Slow down, Skippy. Did you know that there's much better ways to save your money?
Holy lightning, where'd you come from, mister?
I'm here to educate you millennials about the best way to make the most out of your money.
Gee whiz, I'd love to know more about that. You'd think they'd teach us this in school.
Let me tell you about the oldest trick in the book, the Registered Retirement Savings Plan, or RRSP in short.
Well, how do they work?
Let's take a little trip, and for you kiddos at home, stay tuned and we'll explain how RRSPs work.
But seriously, where'd you come from? Whoa! Wait a minute, isn't an RRSP just a savings account for retirement? What's wrong with putting in a regular savings account? It does say in the name, Registered Retirement Savings Plan.
The term RRSP can be a little bit misleading, particularly the savings part. Let's break it down a bit further. As a Canadian saver, you have access to all these different types of investments. This can range from stocks, bonds, GICs, mutual funds, ETFs, even a simple savings account. Think of your RRSP account as a grocery bag that holds all these different types of investments. And when you're ready to check out, the government recognizes that you're using this bag. And anything that you put in this bag will be tax-free.
I think I get it. So the government will tax me at a lower rate if I contribute into my RRSP. Can we work with an example? My salary is $30,000.
Example? Sure. Let's take a look at this layout right here. So this is your $30,000 annual salary. Let's say the government takes 20% of tax from your annual salary. That's about $6,000 in this case. That leaves you with $24,000. Now let's say you decide to put some money in your RRSP bag right here. First, let's start with what type of investment you want. You know what? Let's just start with the savings account for now. We'll get into this stuff in later episodes.
Sure, I guess I'll put in $5,000.
Great, now let's put it straight into our RRSP bag. Now that you put in $5,000 in your RRSP bag, the government sees your income as $25,000. That means the government will charge you 20% tax on $25,000 instead of $30,000 of your salary. In other words, the government can only take $5,000 away from you for taxes instead of $6,000. That's $1,000 extra you'll receive in the form of a tax refund when you file your taxes. On top of that, the profits you make from your investments will not be taxed until you decide to take it out of your RRSP, ideally when you want to retire.
But retirement's a long way to go. Can I just take my money out anytime I want?
First, you don't actually need to wait until retirement to take out your money. The way RRSPs are structured though, it just makes sense to take it out when you're old and retired and not working anymore. If you do take it out before you retire and while you're working, your total income will be what you took out of your RRSP plus your regular income.
Gadzooks, so if I take out $5,000 from my RRSP next year and still plan to make $30,000, the government will see my income as $35,000 and tax me at that rate? Those rascals. Well, wait a darn tootin'. I just got this job and I don't know if I'm gonna have it next year.
Remember, withdrawing from an RRSP always adds to your annual income. So if your annual income is zero and you withdraw strategically, you can minimize the taxes incurred onto you and you. Hey OMFGers, I hope you like the skit we made. One thing we want to emphasize though, that an RRSP is not just a savings account. Think of it more like an umbrella or a vehicle, or in our case, a grocery bag to hold all these different types of investments, ranging from stocks, bonds, mutual funds, GICs, and the list goes on and on.
We often get confused looks when we mention that we have investments like stocks and bonds in our RRSPs. That's why we don't like the word savings in the RRSP and especially the TFSA.
There are other features to the RRSP, such as the Home Buyers Plan and the Lifelong Learning Plan, but that's something we'll have to get into in another video when we go more in depth and compare the differences between the RRSP and the TFSA.
What type of investments do you have in your RRSP? Do you have any other strategies for your retirement? Please let us know in the comments below. If you like our video, please hit that like button and please subscribe for weekly Canadian finance videos. Just wait a gosh darn minute. There's gotta be a better way to take out my money before retirement.
Well, you're in luck, Skippy. Stay tuned next week where we explain what a TFSA is.